Is Japan the Israel of East Asia? No, my friend. If you look up Unit 731 and learn about the cruelty of the Japanese military, you might even end up thinking Israel was much better by comparison. In history, Japan repeatedly gambled with the lives of tens of millions of people by wars. In 663, Japan launched the Battle of Beacon and invaded Korea. In 1592 and 1597, Japan invaded Korea twice, planning to capture Beijing in 3 months and then use China as a springboard to attack India, seeking to build an Asian hegemony. The then China's Ming Dynasty sent reinforcements and Japan failed when its supply lines collapsed. In 1874, Japan shelled Korea's Ganghwa Island and forced Korea to sign the Treaty of Ganghwa. In 1894, Japan, then with a population of only 41 million, invaded China, which had a population of 430 million. Again, Japan first invaded Korea, then China, and then aimed at all of Asia. It destroyed the Chinese Qing dynasty's weakened Beiyang fleet, forced China to sign the Treaty of Shimonoseki, occupied the Liaodong Peninsula and Taiwan province, and extracted 230 million taels of silver, roughly equal to about $2 trillion today. This time Japan won its gamble. In 1904, for dominance over northeast China and Korea, Japan challenged the Russian Empire in the Far East. Japan suffered 140,000 casualties but gained rights to the South Manchuria Railway, technically a small victory. In 1910, Japan annexed Korea, another victory. From 1931 to 1945, after 3 earlier successful gambles, Japan's ambitions grew, believing China was big but weak and could be defeated in 3 months. Japan once again gambled everything and invaded China again. The 14 years war of aggression caused 35 million Chinese casualties. In the city of Nanjing alone, Japan massacred 300,000 people in merely 6 weeks. Compared with the brutality of the Japanese army, even demons would look like angels. In 1941, because China's resistance drained Japan's resources and US-UK embargoes, Japan once again tried another desperate gamble. Without declaring war, it attacked Pearl Harbor and sank the US main battleships. In 1942, it bombed Australia, trying to cut off supply lines between the US and Australia. Australia fought bravely and Japan suffered a defeat there. There were many other countries Japan invaded or attacked: the Iraqi Kingdom, Myanmar, the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, India, and even countries you may barely have heard of like the Solomon Islands and New Guinea. Japan has a tradition of military adventurism and gambling its fate in war. Now it seems ready to gamble again. Imagine it can once more start a war with China, and of course, the old pattern remains. In Asia, it believes it must defeat China first, otherwise China will protect other countries. If Japan wins and controls Asia, it will definitely seek global dominance. And then anyone who Japan defines as inferior will no longer be treated as human. People Japan uses for life experience are called maruda, which means logs or human guinea pigs. This is what Unit 731 did. Anyone could become one of Japan's logs. In the future, if Japan were to occupy East Asia or even all of Asia, it would become an Israel multiplied by 1,000 times, and everyone in the world would become like Palestinians under Japanese rule.